I didn't make the allegations. I didn't tell people to say these things. It comes out, I see it in the news like everyone else.
Do you believe wholeheartedly that Jay's your father?
I really do. I just really want it over. It's something that's really affecting my life, and I just want it over.
You've been ducking this boy's DNA for all his life. Take the test.
You got $10 million. He goes, listen, young boy, I don't want the world to know nothing about this because my image. He goes, some money, I'm gonna take care of you. Nobody's gonna say no.
Sorry, just out of nowhere, random universal selection. This boy who's not related to you has your nose, has your mouth, has your brow line, has your hairline. It's like all of this just by accident.
50 Cent is having a blast right now because Jay-Z just got dragged into a scandal that's blowing up fast. A judge just gave the green light for Rymir Carter's paternity case to officially move forward, and now Hov's got until July 18th to respond or risk letting the whole thing spiral out of control.
In the ad,
right?
Because of Jay-Z and them was putting it together. So I think they still harbor some energy towards me.
You think you were purposely left out of the ad?
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't think. I think that they were saying the NFL had some issues with me that I don't know what those issues are. Like, what is the issue? You see what I'm saying? Like, and I with M, because like with Nori was, he had communication. He said, yeah, I talked to the big homie. He said it's okay. He was telling me the white boy wouldn't do the truth without 50, right? And I'm like, that's when I start saying crazy stuff, because I look and I go, oh, that's your big homie, right? And so you image yourself after a gay painter. Okay. Big homie want to look like a gay painter.
What are we talking about here?
We're talking about Basquiat. He wants to look like a gay painter.
Oh my God, I think I know where we're going with
so
this.
Now look, what I'm saying to you is, look, when you start looking at, that's not mine, that's theirs, they're Harper, right? But when you look at, M is looking at the entire legacy.
Yeah.
The whole thing, like with M, Dre, and myself.
But here's where it gets even crazier. Word on the street is that 50 Cent's the one bankrolling Rymir's legal fees. And on top of that, he's allegedly throwing him into his upcoming documentary that's already set to expose both Diddy and Jay-Z.
Met Jay-Z.
Yes.
And had intercourse with him. How old was she?
I would say I think she was about 16, 17, or 16, just turning 16 or 17. I know it was one of them.
And Jay-Z was what age?
I wouldn't happen to know. I think was he in his 20s?
I read 22.
Oh, yeah.
I think I read 22, but he was in his 20s.
Yes, I wouldn't happen to know his age, but 22, I'm pretty sure if they put that out there, then.
This ain't just courtroom drama. It's turning into a straight-up media explosion. And this isn't your average paternity case either. Rumors have been flying that Jay-Z was allegedly involved with a young woman back in 1992. She was just 16 at the time. Now her son, 32 years old, is stepping forward demanding real answers. What's got people really buzzing?
Not to get frustrated, basically, I really try not to think about it, I go on with my life, because, anything could happen, but, I still gotta live for myself at the end of the day. I still gotta work and bring in income for me. I can't sit around. I gotta get up off my feet and do something. I can't wait on the world. Like, I can't say, I can't wait on anybody to want to respond when they want to. It is important that I know who my biological father is, just because, my mom's health, I don't know if it's coming from our family or it's coming from the other side, and that would be something I really would want to find out, because, in the future, you don't know what could happen. And a lot of people are so quick to judge because they see somebody coming out and try to find out if the person, trying to find out things, they so negative to push you down.
Folks are whispering that Beyonce's been working behind the scenes for years to keep this whole situation under wraps, trying to protect Jay's legacy from collapsing under the weight of old secrets. But now that 50 is poking the beehive and the judge finally stepped in, this whole thing is about to blow sky high.
Thing came when a friend of mine who knew her, somebody in her camp,
Okay.
and she said something, supposedly, this is all hearsay,
Okay.
about regarding saying Rymir needs to go away, little boy, something to that effect. There was something out there. with this song they made. And then next thing I know, somebody was at my property.
The streets are buzzing loud, people saying this might be the scandal that brings Jay-Z's whole empire to its knees. His name, his marriage, even the legacy he's built for decades. All of it could be at risk. But who exactly is Rymir Carter, and why has this case been dragging on for over 10 years?
Something crazy going on with this case. Honestly, I just want everybody in the world just to keep their eyes open and just watch things that happen, that just like how things unfold, because it's crazy. It really is crazy. These judges, these lawyers, this fraud, this collusion, who knows what it's for, money or friendships or whatever they got going on. But I can honestly say that we should never go in the courtroom feeling like we're already the victims and we did nothing wrong. We did nothing wrong but come in here, tell you guys the truth, put our life on the line, come to every court case and give you 100% plus of us, and basically we just got stepped over.
Well, for starters, his real name ain't even Carter. It's Rymir Satterthwaite, and he's been claiming for years that Jay-Z is his biological father. And now, he says he's got receipts, serious ones. Rymir's been chasing this truth since he was just 19 years old. That means more than half his life has been wrapped up in trying to figure out who his real dad is.
And if it's not, why you can't prove me wrong? Like, it's not as far as a proving me wrong thing. It's go to the courtroom and basically do what everybody else would have to do. Like, it's not, you don't have to prove me wrong. I just want the truth. Honestly, I can take a no. I can take, if I'm embarrassed at the end of the day, I can take that. I really can. I've been through a lot. I've seen a lot. I could take me being embarrassed. Like, just can't take nobody not saying nothing. Like, it's not fair.
According to his side of the story, his mom, Wanda, met Jay-Z back when she was still underage. She ended up pregnant, and when she tried to contact him, Jay was gone, just vanished out the picture.
I had to sit down with me. I guess she thought I was old enough to know now, and she been saying Sean Carter, that's what she was calling him at first before she was calling it Jay-Z, and I really didn't know who that was because I was young and, had my little brother, and I really wasn't worrying about it. She was saying it a lot, but I really just was going along with the person I was just seeing, like the person I looked at who was taking care of me at that time. I really wasn't really trying to understand what my mom was talking about, but she constantly put it in my head like, son, it's not your father, and I really want you to know it is. This person is your father, and I just want you to know. She continued to tell me that over the years and over the years and over the...
Now Rymir's grown, determined, and not backing down until he gets a straight answer. But here's the twist. His godmother, Lily Coley, claims Jay's camp did try to deal with this quietly behind the scenes. She says there were even talks at one point about possibly bringing Rymir into Jay's world, maybe even into the Rock Nation circle. They were talking about bringing Rymir into the label, because word is he's actually got real talent in music. But out of nowhere, everything flipped. New lawyers popped up, meetings got shut down, and suddenly the vibe turned ice cold.
Try to contact me in any type of way, and that's all I'm asking is, like, because I honestly really want the case to be over with. Like, I've been going through, just like I said, a lot, and as I said, I'm not chasing nobody. I'm not trying to do this to make somebody seem like a bad person, a bad father. I'm not trying to make nobody seem like a bad person or nothing. I'm just really coming out here for the truth. I don't want no money or anything. I wasn't looking for none of that. I just want to know the truth. And if I can't go to the courts and get the truth, like, what is it really? Why are you? What is it? I just really want it over. It's something that's really affecting my life, and I just want it over.
So what made Jay switch up like that? It probably hit him that if this story ever went public, if people started believing he was involved with a minor, the fallout would be devastating. And it ain't just the age that's raising eyebrows. If this situation is true, it means Jay allegedly took a 16-year-old girl from Philly to Brooklyn. That could land him in some serious legal heat. No wonder the lawyer's been working overtime. This ain't just reputation damage, it's real courtroom danger now. And the game done changed? Victims out here speaking up? Jay might have thought he could keep this buried forever, but 2025 came swinging with receipts. Let's run it back to where it all began.
Wanda's son. She had him when she was 16. It takes 40 weeks to cook a baby. That means she was 15 when she got pregnant. Age of consent in Pennsylvania is 17. Was then, is now. and she was taken across state lines from Pennsylvania to an apartment in New York. Oops.
Oh man, the detail.
That's how Rymir Carter made it into this world. Take the test, then. That's fine. We'll give you don't know Diddy. Take the test. You've been ducking this boy's DNA for all his life. Take the test. Do something. You've been dead beating it your whole life.
In 1992, Jay-Z was still trying to make a name for himself in the music game. Wanda, Rymir's mom, claims she met him when he pulled up in Philly, then took her back to his aunt's spot in Brooklyn. 2 weeks later, he slid back through, then disappeared without a trace. And according to Dr. Lily Coley, things go way deeper. She says Wanda first met Jay back when folks on the block just called him Rock. All of this went down in a Philly neighborhood deep in the street game, drug deals, hustling, the whole scene.
Absolutely sure that these kinds of allegations that we've seen against him are true.
Well, I'm surprised by the allegations, as surprised as everyone else is. Like, I didn't make the allegations. I didn't tell people to say these things. It comes out, I see it in the news like everyone else.
What are your thoughts on the allegations against Jay-Z?
That was interesting. When I was saying things, not knowing exactly what I was saying, but I was going with, like, where's Jay at? He's mad quiet. Like while the Puffy thing was going on. But it's obvious now that his team was being made aware that he was in those allegations also. You know, so I hope it works out, because with his family, the things that go on internally is that those accusations are crazy.
And yeah, back then, Jay-Z was known to be out there moving weight. So when Wanda found out she was pregnant, she had no way to reach him. No phone, no address, nothing. Like so many young girls in tough spots, she did what she had to do.
I'm not crazy or none of that. It's like, I just want the truth, and it's so hard to get it from the courts. And it seems like Jay-Z don't want to say anything. So, you know, I don't want to see him go down for something that, you could have just got taken care of. That's it.
She listed her boyfriend at the time, Robert Graves, as the father on the birth certificate, just to keep things moving.
Talking about the fact that he is currently suing his first biological son to quiet him and put a gag order on him. Why would he be doing that? I don't know. Maybe it has something to do with the fact that Rymir's mother was a minor when she conceived Rymir with Mr. Carter, who was a grown adult. What kind of family man is that? You don't want anyone to know, you or your wife, don't want anyone to know who your actual biological children are, because most of them were created with minors while you were an adult. He's been in court with this young man for the past decade, fighting taking a DNA test. If he's not your kid, take the DNA test. Simple. The young man is not your son. Why have you spent so much money trying not to take a DNA test? Take the DNA test if he ain't your kid. You such a proud family, man. While you fight back the truth about your firstborn biological son, because you don't want nobody to know that his mama was barely 15 when you made her a mother and you were a grown man. I'm here.
Yeah.
Him and Blue Ivy got this.
But then, in 2011, everything flipped. Robert took a DNA test, and boom, he got officially removed.
So come with Jay, the part with Jay. I go, oh shoot, like,
Right. To us, Black excellence, right?
that had to be there.
We getting tighter, you know what I'm saying? And united we stand, and ain't nothing else.
Black excellence, they're sitting there like, yeah. It's the billionaire brunch. You're like,
I hate you, man.
unaware of anything going on here. This is the one time I'm gonna be with you this year. Yeah. Come on, bro.
He wasn't the dad. And if Wanda was only seeing Robert and Jay-Z at the time, well, you don't need a PhD to connect those dots. That's when Rymir said, enough is enough, and started handling business himself.
And it's just like, you know, I just got so much on my name right now. I never asked for money. I don't do interviews just saying, hey, Jay-Z, give me your money, or I'm coming at the Jay-Z for his money. I never did that. I'm not that type of person. I work for everything. Next is I'm just trying to basically make sure no other kids or nobody else in the world has to go through this. Basically, don't feel afraid to go to court and see if a person is your biological parents. You know, so many people are scared, and this is a big thing in the world. A lot of people don't have their fathers because they scared to go out and search for them. And sometimes it only take a little search. You know, go search, and if it's wrong, we're adults, or most of us adults, even for the teenagers, this shows this being a role model for them, showing you can go in the courtroom, and if you're doing everything correctly, you should be able to just get treated as equal as other person. I've always been a person that I never hate anyone. I never, you know, I don't walk around with hate for a person. So I try to teach my kids to just be the best that you can be. So that's just a motto I go off. I would never hate Jay-Z. You know, it was never that type thing. You know, I respect him for everything he did. And as I said, I've been going through a whole lot through these years because this case, like me and my mom, my godmom, we didn't seen the worst. We didn't have people, you know, slander my name like you want Jay-Z money, and I hear it all. I'm going to fight until I'm not here no more, and it's never going to be against no one. Like, you know, I'm going to continue to fight. It'll take another 10 years, maybe another 50. Maybe I'll take this to the grave with me, but everybody can say I fought this.
He filed his first legal case back in 2010, and from day one, it was chaos. He claims Jay's team started throwing money around, hiring high-powered lawyers, even influencing judges, just to keep this story buried. And honestly, some of what's come out so far...
He's come out and said, like, you know, this is just long-term harassment, man. He's like, this thing is just won't go away.
Long-term harassment. You know how disrespectful that is to a man that looks almost identical to you?
Yeah, that's his child. That's very disrespectful. I mean...
To a man that chances are, just out of nowhere, random universal selection, this boy who's not related to you has your nose, has your mouth, has your brow line, has your hairline, same straight knobby knees. It's like all of this just by accident. Just by accident. It's just a coincidence that this man looks like he could be your Irish twin. Are you kidding me?
Got folks wondering if maybe, just maybe, Rymir's been telling the truth this whole time. This case been bounced around so many courts, it's like a legal ping pong match. Tossed out, brought back, delayed, reshuffled. It's been straight madness.
I'll tell you what I do know. I do know that I have listen to actual commentary from his godmother, Lily, who sat with a friend of mine, Liz Croker. I was there, I was present, I heard it come out of her mouth. Wanda was a minor when she got pregnant with Rymir. And like Wanda always said, he picked her up in Philly, but he took her to New York across state lines to bed her while she was allegedly underage. Even though Lily was present when Rymir was born.
Jay-Z's legal team even tried to argue he couldn't be forced to take a DNA test in Jersey, claiming he didn't own any property there. But guess what? Rymir came with receipts, proof that Jay actually did have property in Jersey at the time. So that whole excuse, out the window, now everything's spilling into the open.
Clear on the fact that Wanda was a minor when she was pregnant with Rymir, who was born a year before my son Javon. She came 92. That means she got knocked up in 91. He was well into his 20s by that time. Well into his 20s. Allegedly taking teenage girls over state line. He got unlucky, that condom broke. Poor guy. Or maybe that was just karma. Maybe God made sure that happened for a moment like right now. Disgusting. Don't nobody want to talk about the other kids that everybody denies don't exist. You know, to be a billionaire that can't get a loan is one thing. But to be a broke billionaire and a deadbeat dad, that's something different.
Yeah. You know, even Solange's son, the Daniel kid, he says he doesn't have a great relationship with Beyonce, Jay-Z. What do you feel someone coming out saying, hey, Jay-Z's my father? What does that person want from a Hov if he's saying he does not care?
To
You
prove
think
that his mother wasn't a liar, because that's what they said his entire life while she was alive. Denying him makes her a liar. That woman was on the phone with the judge who was harassing her, telling her, demanding that she stop filing for paternity when she gave way and died. His mama died on the phone. Trying to get proper acknowledgement to him. If your mama died like that, would you just sit around and let people keep calling her a liar?
And this ain't just 50 Cent trolling for laughs anymore. He's putting real money behind what's shaping up to be one of the biggest scandals hip-hop has ever faced.
The thing is this, Vlad, this is how easy it is. First of all, kids come before everything.
Yeah.
I mean, because you're going to have problems with your kids sometimes, but if you got if you got $10 million, we go, listen, young boy, I don't want the world to know nothing about this because my image, here goes some money, I'm going to take care of you. Nobody's going to say no. You're my son, I love you. I'm going to give you money, I just don't want nobody to know about this. It's easy to manage. The fact,
yeah, but that starts with extortion. That's the first step of extortion.
No, but
once you give someone some money, you are now an ATM.
So you saying someone, no, your son. Like, Vlad, there's a difference between someone and your son that you made. Right or wrong?
Still a stranger, though. You don't know.
It don't matter, but if you made him, he's a stranger because of you.
Yeah.
He's a stranger because of you if you're a stranger. You know what I mean? So my thing is, if you my son, my thing is, I think a son is something all men want, a son.
Yeah.
If once you have a son, you don't care. Even if he was 40 and you just met him, he's your son. You be like, yo, especially if you got the means to just do whatever you want. That's the thing I think a regular person like me don't understand.
A judge is finally treating this like the serious case it is, and Rymir, he's standing 10 toes down. No backing off. Jay-Z's got until July 18th to make a move, and the whole world's watching. Is he finally gonna take that DNA test, or will he pull another slick move to try and dodge it again?
The court, if we just let that, just pass and not say anything about it, they will continue to do anything they want. It's not just with us, it's with people in the world. Like, a lot of fraud and a lot of collusion that's just been going on and just been looked over. It's never supposed to happen. Like, and I will not let that pass. I'm not letting the lawyers get away with that. They will not go in the courtroom of justice and just lie like that and continue to get praised off it, or use this lie to benefit off all these years. Like, we've been going to court, putting our hard-earned money out there, and we going in there to fight fraud. That's just that's craziness. That's really craziness, and I don't think nobody in the world should have to go through that. You going in there, you paying your hard-earned money. You got these lawyers that just frauding and doing anything they want basically in the courtroom, and the judges is just allowing this to go on. I honestly believe that both of them should be holded responsible for this, because you guys, this is you guys' job, and if the judge can't see this or overlook it, I can understand a mistake, but just throughout the years, just continue to overlook fraud. It's just craziness to me. Like, come on, it's right there in your face. If you can't see that, then I don't know what else we can do.
One thing's for sure, 50 Cent's gonna milk every single second of Jay's pressure for content. So what do you think is about to go down? Drop your take in the comments, hit that like, smash subscribe, and share this video with someone who needs the tea, because it's about to get even hotter. See you on the next one.